What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video in which I'm going to show you how to pump steroids into your Facebook and Instagram creative strategy, right? That's going to yield a high return on ad spend, a lower cost per acquisition, and overall just a high conversion rate. The one thing you need to know is that all these social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, they're primarily video focused platforms, right? And these platforms have come out in the news and have said this, right? These platforms are focused on video creatives. Right? And so, first of all, you need to think about like, what are these platforms optimizing for, right? They're optimizing on getting users to spend as much time on this platform and engage, right? And the best way to do that is by spitting out videos, right? And so, how does this have an effect into your meta creative strategy? Is by optimizing for video content, right? You need to optimize your strategy for video content. Now, most people talk about optimizing like the campaigns, optimizing like the ads, but never really optimizing the creatives, right? And when I'm talking about like optimizing the creative, but like what specific metrics are you looking at to optimize the creative, right? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video, because this has been by far one of the more successful things that we do to essentially just turn ad accounts around and just get them to be performing at a 5-10x return on ad spend, right? And so the first thing that we're going to look at in this video is the hook rate. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to look at these specific metrics and then how to calculate them, right? And then in addition to that, I'm going to jump into the Meta ad account and show you how to go ahead and create these custom metrics, because the platform doesn't give you these metrics by default. You have to like custom create them, right? So without further ado, let me stop talking and then let me jump into my screen. Now, so let me make this full screen. The first thing that we're looking at over here is the hook rate, right? And essentially what the hook rate is kind of self-explanatory. As it says over here, this is the amount of people who we hook with our video, right? And this is important to measure because it's a good indicator of how well our initial part of our video is performing, right? If we have a strong hook rate, this means that the opening image or statement, right, is strong and that engages people with our creative, right? So that's the first metric, it's the hook rate, right? And how to calculate this is by the total number, the number of 3 seconds video views divided by the impressions, right? And on the top over here, as you can see, the average hook and hold rate is 20 to 25%, right? So this is just on average. So this is like your benchmark over here, right? So when you're optimizing yours, okay, cool, I need to get between 20 and 25, but obviously exceeding that, it's better, right? So the first one, again, hook rate. So the next time we're going to talk about is the hold rate. Again, self-explanatory, right? This is essentially measures. This shows us of the people we've hooked, how many kept watching our video, right? So it's one thing to hook it's one thing to hook your target audience, but how do you get them to continue to watch them? And this is how you track that, right? And it's important because it tells us how good the middle part of the video that people continue to engage with is, right? And if we see a strong hook rate, but hold rate is not strong, that means that we probably need to improve the middle part of that video, right? And so this track 50% view through, right? And so to calculate that, you have 50% view through divided by 3 second video view, right? And the next one is the completion rate. Our hook, the people that we hook, how many of them proceeded to watch the entire video, right? And again, we can see that over here, like the average hook and hold rate is 20-25%, right? So again, just to read what this says, this metric will show us of the number of people we hugged, how many people completed the video. And again, this is a good indicator of how strong the entire video is, right? If you see a low hook rate but a strong completion rate, this means that the first 3 seconds of the video needs to be changed, right? And to something more, essentially more engaging, since the rest of the video is strong, right? And so that's the problem that honestly a lot of people have, right? They would have good engaging videos, but then they don't really know how to capture people's attention, because you have to think about like social media is this chaotic blizzard of a place, right? To where it just like, if you're not hooking people's attention right away, people will just continue to scroll through the news feed, right? And I promise you, a lot of you guys have good content out there, but it's just, you have to optimize that hook rate. You have to get their attention and get them to keep watching the video, right? Because if you're not able to do that, you can have the best content in the world. Like, nope, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not able to get people to watch that, right? So optimize the hook rate, right? So you can have one video, but just like multiple different hook rate, right? Different scenes in which you're hooking the prospect. Guys, and I want to show you now different examples of this ad over here, right? So especially this brand, it's a fitness brand, and the goal is to get users to download the fitness app, right? And so you can look at the different, looking at this specific example. So we have 4 videos over here in which we're testing different hook rates, right? So you can see this video over here on the left-hand side of the women, right? And you can see the hook rate that we're testing over here, which is this caption, this opening caption, right? So as users scroll their news feed, this is what they're gonna see, right? This is what they're gonna see, and this is what we're optimizing for. So you can see in this first one, what we have is, if you're not seeing results working out, right? So that's the hook. Okay, we want it, like, it's intriguing enough to get people to, okay, you know, to continue the video. And then the next one is my secret to body transformation, right? Now let's look at the performance of this, right? We can see clearly the winner is, if you're not seeing results working out. Why? Not only because obviously it has like 97 app install, but because we can see that the hook rate is at 46%, while this one that has 0 app install is at 30%, right? And you can see what the conversion rate is over here, which is 12.44%. Right? So I hope you can start seeing how important it is to test a different hook of the video. It can be the same video, but just have multiple hooks, right? And we took the same example, and then we tested this on a male, right? It's the same hook, right? We're using the same caption. If you're not seeing results working out, and my secret to body transformation, right? Now let's look at the metrics again. So this one clearly is our winner, this hook of, if you're not seeing results working out, because out of these two, this one has the highest hook rate, right? This one has a 30%, this one has a 27%. Not by a great margin, but still, right? This one is the one that has a higher one, which leads to more app install, right? While this one will have 19 app installs, and this one only has 2 app install, right? Again, guys, I hope you can see how important this is, right? Because like the future of social media is like all based on like videos. You need to have good videos that is engaging, that will get people to like stay on the platform, right? And in doing so, the platforms will reward you by pushing your content to more and more people without you having to spend more money on ad dollars, right? And this is done by lowering your cost per click, right? Because if you're paying if you're paying a lower cost per click, then you're just reaching significantly more people. And all of this is by testing your hook rate. Make sure you have a good hook rate, and eventually, once you have a good hook rate, you can look at then the other metric, which is the hold rate. Are we keeping the people that we've hooked to watch 50% of the video or 100% of the video, right? And so the next thing that I want to do is essentially go into the platform and show you specifically how to set these up. Because again, these are not just metrics that are, that just comes with the platform. You have to custom create these metrics, right? And so once you log into your Facebook Business Manager, your Ads Manager, should I say, in the columns over here where you select the different metrics that you want to see, you click on the column, right? And then on the next screen, you're going to be prompted over here, right? And so you have to go over where it says create custom metric, again, because these metrics doesn't come, like Facebook doesn't provide you with these metrics like the rest of the other metrics. You have to custom create these. So create custom metrics, and then over here in this specific example, this is where we're building out the hold rate, right? And the hold rate is video plays at 50% divided by 3 seconds video plays, right? And then all you have to do is create, and then boom, right? And so we did this for all three metrics that we're optimizing, right? Which is the hook rate, the hold rate, and the completion rate, right? And so looking at our creatives, right, we can see, okay, cool. It looks like out of all these creatives that we're testing, this one over here clearly has, and so obviously again, this is our winner, because again, it has the 38% hook rate and a 41% hold rate. Guys, I hope you can see how important not only your creative is, but optimizing your creatives by looking at these different metrics. Looking at the hook rate, looking at your hold rate, and looking at your completion rate, right? And typically when we audit an ad account, after obviously making sure like they have the right campaign strategy set in place, and then they have like they're targeting like the right audience, like we look at then the creatives, right? We set up these metrics, and then we look at the creatives, and then we can see that, oh man, like the hook rate is terrible. No wonder your ad performance is bad. No wonder this ad account is not performing, because you're not grabbing people's attention with the videos that that you're producing out there, right? Although you might have good videos, but you're just not grabbing people's attention to get them to watch the video. Because again, you can have good video, you can have one of the best videos. If you don't get people to watch that video by hooking them on the platforms, then it's useless, right? Guys, I hope you can see the importance of this, and I hope this video was super helpful to you, right? So after watching this video, go into your ad account and start creating these custom metrics, and so you can start optimizing for these. Guys, if you found this video helpful, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.